Now, as a Canadian, here's one I want to bring up that I think is a failed social opportunity, unlike the one we just read. But more and
Mm-hmm.
more Americans are skipping medical care due to money woes.
Mm-hmm.
In the last, since 2020, so 2.5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gone up 5%.
Yep.
That's and it's that brings it up to 1/4 of the population.
Yep. Our healthcare
That
access is poop.
that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way we look at it up here is you get the odd person that bitches because they're a little bit influenced by right-wing pop propaganda. And since we're so close to you guys, we get a lot of it too. We have more and
Mm-hmm.
more of those people as time goes. So it's not like I can point and say the Americans, because it just ain't true anymore, right? But
Right.
right, but um there's a real uh uneasy balance there between fighting against the party and what's actually good for people. I mean, the idea that the, if everybody's healthy, everybody contributes, and as such, the government has more tax dollars. There's more money to throw around. The economy does better. Yada yada yada. Why would
People are
you ever
happier
want
when
to
they're
not
healthy.
have that? Yeah, you know.
Well, that's the thing, and it would solve several other issues as well. And if, it's a first world nation not having universal health care is just weird. But yeah, I mean, a healthy population is a happier population. It's a more productive population. You get more tax money in because more people are working, you know, and if they cover medical, you know, mental health issues as well, if people are far more happier, you're going to get far less of the very negative things that we've been seeing, like this year being one of the worst years as far as mass shootings go, as far as violence goes.
Yeah.
Um, if you have better health care and a more productive society, you don't see that as much. Of course, you're not going to eliminate it, but you're going to see a lot less of it.
Right.
That's the issue. And why can't we give this a try?
Yeah. I mean,
It's just
even up here, I don't have dental covered. It's better in other countries. I think DK would tell us that dental gets covered more there than it does here for sure.
No, no,
And
it doesn't. No,
oh no,
unfortunately,
uh,
that's why my teeth are a
oh,
mess and they're all falling out. Yeah, no, terrible.
oh, that
Used to
explains
be.
the whole country's teeth, actually. So
No,
yeah,
it used to be all on the NHS, and then for some reason they got rid of it, and
oh,
everything all got fucked up.
it's probably our fault because we got away with not having it, and they were like, "Hey, we could cut a lot of money there.
yep,
Eat less meat." I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I first got diagnosed with Francis, I was uninsured. I
Oh.
had to, yeah. And to be able to diagnose Francis, they had to give me an MRI. That MRI was $10,000. It took me,
Whoa, dude.
yes, yes. It took me seven and a
Felix
half years to pay that thing off.
Felix had an MRI recently over the whole, like he had the seizures, right? I think a lot of people would
Hmm.
know that story at this point. And all we did was call up and say, hey, blah, blah happened, a little concerned,
Hmm.
want to get him checked out. And they booked him in. We were in 3 days to have it done. And we just
Hmm.
simply went home. There's no bill.
Nope.
But that's serious money. Allie in the chat was just saying she had to spend like $77,000 to be in hospital for surgery and whatnot on her
Hmm.
ankle. A lot of it was like being in the hospital and stuff. But I
Right.
can't imagine a country being able to function that way with so many people making like minimum wage and whatnot. How does anybody get to the age of 75?
It's
It's a good
ludicrous.
question. It's a good question. And yeah, it took me a while to pay that off. And it's because I was uninsured, so I got slammed with the bill. Not only did I get paid for the MRI itself, I had to pay for the doctors to look at it. I had to pay for the facilities that house the MRI. That's how billing goes here. It's pretty much almost a scam. I mean, it's quite the racket they've got going on that,
Yeah.
someone is self-pay. You pay through the nose. It's
Wow.
disgusting. So
Hey, it's
that's
the land
why
of the
it was so
free.
much.
Yay.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, it's great. It's lovely. So yeah,
Yeah.
and it was $10,000 to get that done.
Yeah.
I saw the explanation of benefits after I had Matthew, and I just about died when I saw that. Thank God I had insurance at that time
Yeah.
when I had Matthew, because that was a $30,000 bill because we were in there for so long. Both he and I
Right.
had some issues when he was
Well,
first born, but yeah. So
I
yeah,
need
it was quite a bit.
I need to step away from the mic for 1 second, but I want to transition to the second article in this pairing because 2 have died and 206 more may have brain infections because they left the US to go to Mexico to get some surgeries done. And it turns out there's some serious shit going on. A fungal meningitis.
Ew.
Yeah, in the brain, which is it just sounds horrible. But this is
Yeah.
what happens is a lot of people leave the states because they can get something that they can actually afford. Now, I'm not saying you can't go to Mexico for surgeries. I'm not being some asshole, because there's a lot of places in Mexico that have great care, and people from Canada even go there because they have shorter waiting lists and stuff. But
Right.
maybe not everywhere, right?
Right. And you have to watch it because some clinics
Yeah.
in there are
I mean,
not
yeah,
what
we
they
have
seem.
right, and we have
That's
shitty
anywhere
places
though.
too. Yeah, exactly.
We have
Exactly. Yeah.
well, look at the US. We have tons of shitty places.
It just
Mm.
costs more.
Yeah.
Exactly. So instead of keeping our population healthy, we're more concerned about whether or not people get certain procedures, and we have to ban those. But hey,
Right.
whatever. But you
The
can still get a brain infection all on your own. You're free to do that.
yeah. Oh, totally. 1 sec, guys. The property manager's here and needs me to let him into the little storage room so we can turn on the outside water for something. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, healthcare in this country is
Yeah, I mean, in the
first.
UK is
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Amy.
Oh, that's okay. No, I'm just saying that it's very good. We have very good care. It's just our access to it is poop. And
Yeah.
people who claim that we don't have the wait times that other countries do are full of it. Just so you know. I'm just going to put that out there too. We've
Well, I think in general in this country it's the other way round. We have
Mhm.
great access to it, but the actual care itself is appallingly managed constantly. Just the horror stories that we've had with my wife.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to bleat on about her, but it happens to loads of people. Doctors will, they'll change. You'll see one doctor and another doctor will come along and countermand what the other doctor said they were going to do, and then they don't do anything, and then another doctor comes along and says, oh no, you need to get this thing done, and so they put you on the list to get this thing done, and then another doctor comes along and says, oh no, you don't need that, don't be
So you
silly, go home. And if you feel worse, come in. Well, if I didn't feel worse, I wouldn't be here in the first place.
Right. I feel like poop now. That's why I'm
Yeah.
here. Exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's very, very badly managed. So
Yeah.
I think there's going to be like a half and half sort of things I think going on. Where we'd still pay for the NHS through taxes. We get
Right.
treatment free, but I think some amount of privatization would be good, because whenever we've had to deal with specialized units that are being paid by the NHS but being run by a private company, they're fucking awesome. The staff are great. Everything works. It's still on the NHS. It's just a private company managing it, and it seems to work really well. I don't know. What do I know?
I know, me too. I was
Just my
in
experience.
medical billing and saw the poop that happened. So I was part of being able to see what that access and lack of access looked like. It was just incredibly crazy to me, the difference on between what gets written off for insurance companies and what self-pay people without insurance have to pay.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting to me. It was really gross, and it was an eye
Well, most
opener and made me
insurance
really
companies,
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say most insurance companies, their main job is to make sure they don't have to pay out any insurance. You know?
Exactly. They deny everything, and that's what I was there for. I was the accounts
Yeah.
receivable
Yeah.
clerk. So I'd get all the denials in. My section myself was Medicaid and Medicare, which are they're run, you know, they're the governmental ones. And I was always constantly calling and getting things resubmitted because, oh, well, we just denied that because of this, but you only have this amount of time to get that in there. We don't think you can. Now that they're electronic, we can go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fuck
A lot of it
you.
had to go. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it was interesting to see.
Yeah.
What we had some okay insurance companies where the files weren't too big, but the biggest denier of all that when I was working at my company was Blue Cross Blue Shield. They were terrible. They denied everything for everything. So they really didn't want to pay people. So- but yeah, it was bad. I mean, there were so many denials and the difference that they had they paid compared to what someone without insurance paid was unreal.
I bet. I bet. That's the whole thing too, having a
Mhm.
dual thing like, oh, well, you're insured. Yeah, we have a deal with the insurance company, so the procedure's this and whatnot. Oh, you're not insured. Holy shit. Do you get the Ferrari clutch change price? You know, like that's what they do.
That's exactly what they do. And that's
You know,
what they did a lot of the times. $40 Tylenol, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Where a bottle of Tylenol here in the US is $8. It's stupid. It really is stupid, the crap you deal with
now you know who would
Mm.
be really good at medical insurance? The mafia. They would be great. You know,
I'll re-break
Slip.
that leg. You don't fucking pay for it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, you want some money? Little Mickey will give you a little fisty face, and yeah, we get the insurance, and
Wow.
everything be good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
we got you covered.
Yeah, can't pay. We'll fill you full of lead.
Yeah.
Don't know where that accent
Oh,
came from,
bust
but
your
never mind.
kneecaps.
Yeah. We have no problem lending you the money, but the terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What the fuck? No.
Do
Let
not-
me out of here.
Exactly. Do not default to them.
Yeah. No. Fuck. Does
Exactly.
anybody
You'll
have
end
a spare pair of pants?
Yeah.
You'll just end up being part of the next flyover in Chicago.
Yeah.
You end up in the bottom of the river.
Swimming with the fishies.
That's right.